Tucked in the wall at the bottom of a Metro train station in Chicago's Hyde Park community is a 124-year-old one-room building resting quietly in the shadow of superstores and townhouses. Perhaps the last cable car building that survived the Chicago's cable car era in 1906. This building houses the Hyde Park Historical Society. Local historical societies save artifacts, and in most cases their largest artifact is their building. In this case, it is the cable car building. The Hyde Park Cable Car Waiting Room was built around 1893, in anticipation of the heavy traffic that the World Columbian Exposition Fair would generate less than a mile away in Jackson Park. This building is one of the few remaining structures tied to the fair. In the small window that ushered in the cable car era, thousands of people hopped on the cable cars to shop in Hyde Park or to travel downtown to their jobs. Due to advances in transportation technology, the streetcar era came to a close in 1958, and for the next 2 decades this last remaining cable car building succumbed to apathy and indifference, eventually housing several restaurants and later being further reduced to a storage shed. Some people say historic means old and worth the trouble. History has taught us that historic buildings help create vibrant cultural neighborhoods that draw tourism, art, festivals, and other activities which in turn draw investment, revenue, and economic growth. Jane Jacobs, in her book, The Death and Life of Great American Cities, believes, old ideas can sometimes use new buildings. New ideas must use old buildings. Restoring the cable car building is a better long-term bet than a brand new structure. New buildings make sense for major chain stores, but other businesses like bookstores, ethnic restaurants, antique stores, neighborhood bars, and especially museums come alive and actually thrive in old buildings. A restored cable car building would be a tangible artifact from the past, a legacy of an America that was all about building the future. Without this building in place, we would have to rely on books and pictures for a description of the past. You can help save the cable car building simply by clicking on the link at the end of this video to cast your vote.